We've already established centers in the major hospitals of Port of Spain, San Fernando, Mount Hope, and Sangre Grande. Those were the obvious choices because those are the places where the vast majority of births occur, and it would be the most convenient for newborn children to be registered on site, perhaps even before they go home for the first time. We've also recently set up a registration center in Bacolod, Tobago. The decision to come to the Penal Debe for today's launch of our first registration center outside of a hospital is to demonstrate our commitment to make services easily available to every one of our citizens, regardless of where he or she may reside. It is the intention of our ministry to ensure that our services find their way to the rural and far-flung communities so that you don't have to come to the city to access them. For too long, government services have been centralized in the town centers, and we at the Ministry of Legal Affairs are determined that that must change, and we will lead that change. Today we are in Penal. Soon we'll move to Point Fortin, where the infrastructure is already in place. We have already negotiated a venue at Chaguanas, and soon we'll be moving there as well. By the time we're done, there'll be a total of 15 offices of district registrar located conveniently across the island, and which will cater to every square inch of our country. Each of these centers is expected to provide services to approximately 3 to 4 districts. The significance of this is mind-boggling. So I want to take a moment to share it with you. What this means is that the process of manually recording births and deaths will be completely eradicated from the landscape. At present, we operate a parallel system in which we have some district registrars using the electronic registration and some district registrars using the old manual system. By the time this exercise is rolled out, within a matter of weeks, manual registration will be a thing of the past, and every registration of births and deaths will be done electronically. This means that never again will our citizens be burdened with having to correct errors that were caused by the system which existed. Never again will a clerk in Port of Spain be put in a position of mistaking an E for an I and cause somebody no end of horrors many years later. In fact, with this new system, no clerk in Port of Spain or San Fernando will ever have to enter data about anyone. This will be done at the point of registration and will immediately form part of the ministry's permanent record. The data will also be captured at the 15 registration centers and entered into our computerized database. Within minutes, it will be capable of delivering an original certified birth certificate, which can be used to transact any business which requires such a certificate. The days of having to wait for months or years, or having to come into an office and beg a favor are gone forever. And just in case you were wondering, it doesn't stop there. We have introduced in the last year online application for birth certificates so that our citizens at home and abroad will have easy access to our services from the comfort of their home. Admittedly, online applicants still have to come into one of our offices to receive the actual document and to pay a nominal fee. We are currently lobbying the relevant ministry, and we look forward to the day when the law will be amended to allow online payment for government services. This will truly liberate our citizens, especially those residing abroad, since they would be able to apply and pay online for their documents, which will be processed and mailed to them. Compare that with having to apply through a consulate or high commission, which in some countries may be hundreds of miles from where our nationals reside, and still have to wait several months for processing.